Hello, DN Spirit friends. Welcome to this reading. I've been carrying this little rock around in my purse for a while. And this is in my eyes right away when I picked it up. It's a leaping lemur. Me and my kids used to watch Wildcrats, and they would say leaping lemurs a lot. And it's something that and we all enjoyed together. And so immediately that's what my mind goes to. And indeed, we have large eyes here. I'll flash that pictures and show you what I'm talking about. We've got really great big eyes, and we have the feet right there. You have small a small one attached to the back here. Again, I'll flash up the pictures for you. Malaysian indigenous tribes believe that lemurs are an intermediary between human and spirit worlds. And likely earlier than that, in the etiology of the name of the lemur, we have that in Latin it actually means ghost or spirit, named for the same reason because these great big giant eyes look like they look ghostly. And so that's how they were named. And they're about spiritually, trusting your ancestors, trusting your intuition, specifically involving your ancestors and them having messages for you. They're also very playful, social, and curious. So that may be a part of this message as well. A need to adapt that viewpoint or that attitude in life. And they're about unity, with we see the mom and the baby, adaptability to the situation around you, and perseverance. So those are all really important things in our reading, and I think serve as a nice grounding to begin this reading. I believe I'm gonna put that right there so that we can have our lima. I like to play with my rocks. Wait. Oh wait, I got something. Alrighty. So there's our little lemur watching. And the first card I'm gonna lay out is one of my little personal decks. It's something I've had since childhood that I love to play with. Let's see what kind of person we're reading for today. Who the person is that we're reading for today. You're a dream fairy. You are a dream fairy. Maybe, maybe your head is in the clouds a lot. Maybe people might consider you flitty all over the place. But there's a sweetness and an innocence to it, and also a creativity that you may be a really creative person who does things that other people wouldn't even consider spending time doing because, well, that's artwork. What are you going to do with it? That kind of thing. So indeed, you may be an artist. You may be somebody that's very creative. You also may be somebody that, just like the lemur, is very playful in spirit. You may still pop in cartoons from time to time just because it's comforting and it's nice and it's sort of soothing. So that's who I'm reading for, is a dream fairy. And if you feel resonance with that, then this is probably your reading. And being that kind of person, being a dream fairy, you already kind of accept in your mind, you already at least accept the notion of spirit trying to get in touch with you. And it seems like that this reading is definitely a reading that is about an ancestral message. It's about a message from someone who loves you very much, that's been trying to get through a message to you, and is encouraging you with the lemur to trust your intuition and trust that connectivity into history, where there is someone who loves you trying to get a message through from the spirit world to the human world. This may be someone who was extremely loyal in life, dependable, someone who honored nature, who was gentle, like gentle and kind. A man who was gentle and kind. If in your memory that's a father, a grandfather, but someone who would sit with animals, someone who would just and would spend time with you, someone who loved to sit and revel in the good things in life that can't be bought, the moments that are just soft and cozy and that really make up the memories that become your very existence. So this person was really important in your life, that became a part of your very existence on the planet. This is someone you likely spent a lot of time with as a child. And they're trying to get through a message to you right now. So let's see what this ancestor has to say. We have an Eight of Wands. Let's see what this Eight of Wands is pertaining to. What is the Eight of Wands about? The Hermit. This ancestor is saying that you've been a hermit too long. You've walked away from everything. Perhaps you have lost some of the dream in the dream fairy. And perhaps this person that was so loving and gentle and playful as a child is mourning, really, and trying to get your attention because you've walked away and been hermiting. And that is necessary sometimes, but then it's also necessary maybe that we're coaxed out of that. And this loved one or ancestor is trying to coax you forward out of that. Trying to coax you forward into a more social existence. We see that with the lemur here. Into more unity with a family unit, giving things a chance, opening up and being a little bit more curious, maybe even about a new relationship. Maybe they feel like you've been alone too long. Let's see what other messages come out from this ancestor, what they're trying to encourage you to do. They're trying to encourage you with the Fool to begin a new journey. You know, and this is all rolling right together with come out of your hermiting. Really walk away from the hermiting at this time and begin a new journey and be curious about where that new journey is going to take you. With the Page of Pentacles, that journey, again, could include a message about new work or a message that is going to lead you to new friendships, to a new social group, to a new tribe, maybe even to a new love interest, maybe to a new relationship when you've been alone for a very long time. But whatever it is, because our pentacles are not just money, but there are time, there are attention. Those are all things that are worth, they have value to us. And so this is giving you a message about something worthy of your time, that is coming along, and a new journey that it wants to begin. And this message has been trying to get through to allow it to begin for you, so that you can begin to open your eyes and look about you. Because if you're just still in the cave, which reminds me of the card in the biblical tarot, with Elijah is still hiding in the cave. You've still been carrying burdens and just sitting in the cave alone with this Knight of Wands. You've still been wondering if you're even going to make it to the end of this, or if anything good's going to come out of it for you. And that's where you've been, and why you've probably been stuck in this hermiting phase, because there's a little bit of fear about even putting yourself out there, fear that it's not going to work out again, and I'm going to go even back further in the cave. Next time I'll go somewhere where there's no light at all. I'll become a glowing creature. That's what you're worried about here. But then I'm getting the Lovers. And this card does not necessarily mean that it's about a love interest, because the Lovers is also about unity and family harmony, harmony within groups, right pairings between people. So the Lovers is just a promise that this is going to be a right pairing between people, whatever this opportunity, that's going to be a good resource for you, that's going to be something that you're going to be happy you did. It's going to be a prosperous venture. The Lovers is just a confirmation that it's going to work out that way. It's going to be a prosperous venture. Let's see what we have. Our angels deck. sometimes these do involve, but this is organized for success. As you come out of this time, something in my head's telling me as you come out of this hermiting phase, like organize around you where you've just kind of been like, camping out in your dwelling, and you just have been it's just you and there's nobody coming over. There's a message here in this card to fix that before something happens where somebody is coming over. That's what this message is about. And again, whether that be from your friend group, family, a new tribe that you found, a new social organization that you're a part of, or a love interest. Either way, clean things up, organize for success in this venture so that people don't come in and get a picture of you that's you in your hermiting phase, which may not be the same as a picture of you that's playful and curious and social, as we see in our leaping lemur here. All right, let's see if there's anything else that Spirit would like us to know. Is this reading complete? Is the reading complete? Oh, and I've already been told before I do that, I'm supposed to get you guys some idea about time here. 2 seconds. This. A little bit of idea about timing. Oh, wow. So we've got 3 to 4 weeks or 3 to 4 months here. Got a heavy presence of threes. I would keep my eyes open 3 days from now. There may be a clue waiting for you, but I would mark down just little jots on your calendar 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 months, and see indeed if that is not a time when you see something arising or some new person comes into your world that's a little bit surprising. All right, let me see what Spirit says. Now, is that the end of the message? Yes, it is. King of Pentacles. This is going to be a very prosperous venture. This card has so many elements about it. There's sensualness. There is a provider. There's generosity involved. There is stability involved. There is a prosperous connection involved in this King of Pentacles. And so it could be that this connection you're looking at may affect more than one area of your life. They may be important to you in a financial, a spiritual, and a love interest sense, or they may be only important to you in 1 or 2 ways, but they're going to have more than one importance because this King of Pentacles means that there's more than one valuable resource that you're going to gain from this connection. And that's always really great news for the crown and glory of this reading being the King of Pentacles. All right, I'm going to do one scripture verse. It's going to kind of close out the reading. And for anybody that doesn't want that part, they can click off now. See you guys later. We're inclusive and we allow you to do what you need to do for yourself. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, and I give unto them eternal life. John 10:27-28. There's a possibility. Help me to find the time this day to be alone with God. So there's a possibility that either because of your meditations, because of your prayer time, or because of some time that you're spending out there in the world doing good works or worshiping somewhere, that's where this connection is going to happen. My sheep hear my voice, and as the sheep hear his voice, then they conglomerate together. Then you have a right match pair. As I said, you have a right matching of people that come together when that happens, that are headed down the same path of the way together. Hope you guys have a really good day. I hope this helps somebody, and I'll see you for the next reading. Bye.